Have you ever felt like DJing has become more about clout, algorithms, and numbers instead of the actual music? If you've ever found yourself wondering why you're not feeling that same passion you once had, then maybe it's because you've lost sight of the most important thing, the love for DJing itself. Let's talk about why holding on to that love is the key to a long, fulfilling DJ career, and why it's more important than any clout or follower count. Back when I first started DJing, it wasn't about followers or algorithms. It was about the pure joy of creating something on a pair of decks. Whether I was mixing UK garage in the late 90s on a pair of cheap belt drive Newmarks, or learning the transformer scratch on a crossfader that definitely was not up to the task, it was DJing for DJing's sake. But somewhere along the way, it's easy to lose that feeling. You get caught up in chasing gigs, views, or even the approval of algorithms, and that is when burnout can start to creep in. Simon Sinek said, "Praise feels good. It's affirming, it's validating, and it's addictive. But when the pursuit of external recognition takes precedence over the value of effort and learning, we risk losing sight of what truly matters." Success isn't born from applause, it's born from dedication to the process. External validation is fickle, it comes and goes. When we anchor our sense of success to how others perceive us, we become prisoners of their opinions. Some DJs love intricate beat juggling. Others love creating extended, seamless blends with minimal tech house. Some love mixing drum and bass. And you know what? It's all valid. There's no one way to be a great DJ. The problem is when you stop doing what you love and start DJing for external validation, that's when the passion can start to fade. I've seen DJs who were insanely talented turn into shells of themselves because they started chasing trends or got too heavily into the party lifestyle. They forgot why they got into DJing in the first place. Let me share a very quick personal story. So around 2007 to 2009, I hit a wall. I was gigging a lot, chasing the next big thing, and I just completely burnt out. DJing started to feel like work rather than the thing that I loved, so I took a step back for a while to reset. That time away helped me realize something. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, it will not be sustainable. DJing is supposed to be fun, exciting, and personal. Whatever element of DJing made you fall in love with it, hold on to that and keep it going, even if it's just for yourself. It's so easy to get distracted by the industry side of things, social media engagement, booking more gigs, playing what you think the crowd wants to hear instead of what you love. But if you lose sight of your passion, then you risk turning DJing into a chore. Just think of those DJs who blew up quickly and then disappeared just as quick. It wasn't because they weren't good DJs, it's because they lost their love for it. They started chasing clout, and when that dried up, they had nothing left to fall back on. It's like being in a relationship. If you stop appreciating what made you fall in love with that person, you'll drift apart. DJing is the same. You have to nurture that original spark. The music industry changes fast, genres evolve, trends come and go, and if you anchor your identity as a DJ to those external factors, then you'll constantly be chasing something that you cannot catch. Instead of chasing trends, focus on the craft. Hone your skills, whether it's scratching, looping, blending, or even learning new tech, but never lose sight of what excites you. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I can tell you it's not always been easy. I've had moments where I felt lost, like I wasn't sure what my identity was as a DJ anymore, but every time I've gone back to that original spark. For me, that's keeping up with new tech, practicing scratching, beat juggling, collecting records that I love, rotary mixers, and Technics 1210s. That's what keeps me in love with it. Set aside some time each week to do the thing that you love most, whether it's making creative loops, practicing scratching, or exploring new genres. Do not get caught up in social media validation. Your best mixes might never get the most views, but if you love them, that's what matters. Even if you have a niche, don't be afraid to explore new styles, but always find a way to make it yours. At the end of the day, DJing is about passion. If you stay true to what you love, then the rest will follow. The gigs, the recognition, the success, that all comes as a byproduct of passion and hard work. But without passion, it's impossible to sustain. So what made you fall in love with DJing? Drop me a comment below and let me know. And if you've been feeling lost, then maybe just take a moment to try and reconnect with that original spark. I think it's the most important thing that you can do for your career.